Okay, now it's time for the big reveal. The camera I was using for this footage, or for the previous video, and this footage you're watching right now, was the Pentax K3. Now this is my original Pentax K3 Prestige Edition model, and as you can see, the video quality is more than adequate. I've been watching this footage on my 4K television, and I've been watching footage from the latest Nikon Z6 II on that same television, 4K. It even looks like that you could intercut my footage in with the Nikon Z6 footage, and I'd say to be hard pressed to pick the shots that were in there. I think that's two factors there. One is the video quality is good from the Pentax K3, and also, you're watching it from YouTube, so you're going to have compression and things like that as well. And it was a good exercise for me to do as well, because I learnt, I've been wanting a 4K camera to shoot 4K footage, but after really putting the K3 through its paces and looking at the footage off the APS-C sensor, that's fine. That's enough for me. So that is all figuring into whether I will upgrade to the Pentax K3 Mark III that's coming up, and I will make a video on that and my thoughts. Probably do that next video actually. But the interesting thing was that I did test this camera against my son's Nikon P1000. Now it shoots 4K footage, and I thought I originally was going to use this because it has the flip out screen, and I can just look at myself through the screen and compose the frame without having to go back to the back of the camera, tweaking and things like that. And I shot some test footage, but when I brought it into the editing software and compared it to the K3 footage, I much preferred the K3 footage, and I think the issue there is the sensor size on this camera. I'll have to look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a lot smaller than the APS-C sensor, but I will check that out. And after doing the two tests side by side, I much preferred the K3 footage, and I also could grade the K3 footage a lot more than I could the footage that was coming off this Nikon P1000. So that was a really interesting test to do as well. Now the other thing is, another key factor in getting this quality of footage is, of course, lighting. And I did test my mobile phone along with the P1000, along with the K3, to see if lighting was doing everything, or it was the camera that was giving me the quality footage. And the lighting certainly helps these other two cameras, my phone and the P1000, but the K3 still had that edge for quality, that I could see a noticeable difference. So for me, I'll talk more about the K3 Mark III and my thoughts on that in my next video, and I'll save it for that because that's going to be a bit of an in-depth discussion. But for now, I just thought I'll do the reveal and let you know what was which camera it was. And also, looking at the comments, I see that Mark Reif was the closest with the K3 Mark II, the original K3 Mark II, the same camera as far as I'm concerned. And Pearl and Guitarist, yes, you're right, the 645Z is the flagship camera for Pentax, but if I had said, I should have called this the flagship APS-C camera, but if I had said that, then I would have let the cat out of the bag. So I just left it as a flagship camera. So I think I'll wrap it up there. I think it was a fun little exercise for me to do, and I will cut some footage in of the K1000 and my phone so you can see the difference. So if you're interested in seeing more of this sort of stuff, then consider subscribing to the channel. That lets me know that more people want to see me talk about the Pentax cameras and what I've got coming up and what I'm thinking about doing. That's a good way to let me know. So that's if you want to. Just consider subscribing. All right, well, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you later.